Hi, today I would like to talk about the importance of investing to build your communication skills. Now, at least in India, we understand the importance of education. We understand the importance of sending our kids to the best schools, sending our kids to the best colleges so that they have a higher probability of success in life. Because we all realize investing in education opens so many new doors for them. But when it comes to investing in building your communication skills, we're not that sure. In fact, we spend probably far more money ensuring our kids know how to play, how to learn uh, cricket than we invest in communication skills. Because we believe, if we are sending our kids to a English medium school, they're already learning how to speak in English and write in English and read English, of course. But is that enough? No, because communication is all about going out there and persuading people to accept your point of view. In fact, we all today, at least, we live in an idea society. Ideas are the currencies of this 21st century. And what good is an idea if we're not able to convince people to act upon it? We're not island. We don't live in an island. We have to have teams, people, organization, investors, companies, our consumers backing our idea. And for that, having idea is important, but selling it is equally, if not more important. And that's where communication skills are important. But according to a survey, or probably many surveys, people are more afraid of speaking in public than they're afraid of dying. So dying, this much fear; speaking in public, higher fear. How is it possible? Or is it possible? Do you believe that? You don't believe that? When was the last time you addressed a gathering of 5 to 10 people? If you were like me, never. Because you were afraid to go out there and expose yourself. Because you thought you'll make a fool of yourself. People will know if you're real or you're fake. And you're not the only one. There are hundreds and thousands and millions of people. In fact, as per the survey, majority of the world behaves like this. They would rather die than speak in public. And that's why they don't get the kind of opportunities they would have if they were to accept the challenge of public speaking. And for this, you need to invest in building your communication skills. All the great orators that we know of, that we have heard of, that we all admire and look up to and want to imbibe their characteristics, they were not born like that. Steve Jobs wasn't born in a maternity ward. The nurse did not say, here comes a Steve Jobs, the world's greatest entrepreneur and communicator. No, he built his communication skills. In fact, he set so many precedents, which even today, organizations and people are learning from them. His tricks and techniques, Steve Jobs. So we all have to work upon building your communication skills. In fact, I was listening to this story, and it's a beautiful story. How many of you have heard the name of Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett, the world's greatest and richest investor. In fact, he was world's richest man for quite a significant amount of time. The richest man. Because he knows a good investment when he sees one. He knows a good bet when he makes one. And he made a bet. He made a bet while he was speaking to the MBA class of the University of Columbia a few years ago. He told all of them that come and take $100,000 from me. $100,000 in lieu of 10% of all your future earnings. So essentially he was valuing all of them as $1 million asset. And on realizing this, the students were started clapping. They said, wow, this is great. Somebody is valuing us as $1 million asset. For $100,000, he will, we'll have to give him 10% of all our future earnings. But that means we're worth at least $1 million, which was great. And then he said, average MBA student like yourself, $1 million. But if the same student has great communication skills, he said, I'm willing to pay a premium of 50%. 50% only if you have one additional skill, which is communication skills. Now, this is US. And you would think US native English speakers, they already know how to speak in English, read English, write English. But here also, they don't have communication skills because just knowledge of English, the semantics of English is not communication. So this guy, Warren Buffett, world's greatest investor, is willing to pay a premium of 50% for people who have great communication skills or better communication skills. Same people, 50% margin. Now imagine what me and you could benefit from that. If let's say your increment was 10% every year, and I tell you that your increment could be 50%, 15% every year, you could increase your increment every year by additional 5%. Only if you had great communication skills. So the compounding effect, imagine if you're going to get 50% additional premium, additional increment every year just because you have great communication skills over a lifetime, over a professional lifespan of say 40 years, how much additional money you would make? You would be rich beyond your wildest dreams. So go ahead, invest in your communication skills. Invest in your public speaking skills. Invest in giving your and presenting skills. Very important. Would give you the yields nothing else would. No real estate, no stock market, no mutual fund, no gold, no oil and gas. Investing in communication would give you the highest returns as per in terms of the ROI. Best investments you'll ever make. So go ahead, become a great communicator.